let's talk about the price action of it all, and then we'll talk about some other things after. Hey, Richard, are you guys getting rain right now?
And begin to sprinkle a little.
Y'all is starting to thunder, so the dogs are going to be barking in the background. There's nothing I can do about that.
They like to bark.
Oh, they do. They do. That's why I say you ain't sneaking up on me. I'll tell you that right now. You ain't sneaking up on me. All right. So this morning we had a number of alarms that went off. JPY was strong as garlic this morning. Strong as garlic this morning. But Kim, JPY this morning was like what, 8.5, 9.0, something like that.
Yeah, I saw it as high as 9.0.
Mhm. So if JP is making moves like that, if it's strong like that, first of all, you have to consider that all of JPY pairs were strong. And you know what? They were. Oh, hold on one second. Okay. They were. They were very strong. So I want to talk to you about structure. And this is the reason why I tell you guys all the time about picking 3 to 5 pairs. If you're picking 3 to 5 pairs and you watch them all the time, Kim, so here's a couple of nuggets. So let's just say I took this downward movement a few days ago. And I'm looking at this candle and I realize this candle is a flat top. Well, if it's going to be one of the pairs that I always monitor, then I'm going to put a horizontal line here. Can anybody tell me why I'm doing that? Eric, Dr. Jones, if you could send me a text, please. Just a text.
Yes, sir. Will do.
All right, thank you. So here I'm following price along here in this next candle. Hey, this next candle is a flat bottom candle. Well, Derek, you still haven't told us why. I'm gonna show you. And as price moves up here, and I come back after I made me a little ham sandwich and got me a glass of lemonade. I come back here. Actually, I don't eat pork anymore. And then I see another flat bottom and I mark it. And I'm just following along here, following price along, following price. No flat bottoms, no flat tops. And I'm just following price along, just following along. Oh, wait, hold on. Here's one right here. And I mark it. And I'm following price along. I'm watching, I'm doing my market review every night. And then just follow around and I notice and I say, and right in here somewhere, and I'm going and I'm watching price. And then the big move happens and price breaks this significant line of structure. And Kim, I know at this point, we got a ball game. We got a ball game now. Wait a minute. Wait. Is he breaking another line of structure? And another one? And another one? So that was GBP JP. Here's AJ. So let's just say I got lucky and caught me an upper movement. And here's a flat bottom. So I'm gonna mark it. Boom. And I'm just following price along. Hey, here's another flat bottom. I'm gonna mark that. And I'm just watching it around and then I get a reversal, but it's not a flat top. It's okay. Here's another flat bottom. And I just mark it. And then here it is. Wait, here's another one, but it's right here on this line. So I don't have to really mark that. But here's another one, and here's one right here. Boom. See, this is what you're doing in your market review. You see this, Kim? This is what you're doing during your market review. And if you're just doing 3 to 5 pairs, this is so easy. Here's a flat top. I'll mark that. Wait, here's a flat bottom right here. And Kim, then the move happens on this pair. Not only did it break here, and it break here, and then if I'm really conservative, if I see this already, I've already got this major marked here. And if I want to use this for my TP, I can. If I want to use this for my TP, I can. Then I come back here and I see prices closed here. And Kim, at this point, I'm going to mark this right here. And now I have stayed ready the whole week. And now I have recognized that here is market correction. So I'm out of here and I get in this trade here and I take it up. And I'm still in it. Not enough for you? Okay, that's not enough. All right, here's USD JP. Let's just say I started looking at this pair right here, and I saw this flat, and I started marking this, and then I'm just following price along, and wait, here's a flat top. And I'm just doing this periodically. I'm not staring at it all day, but I just come back and I mark it from where I once, and then I follow along and say, hey, here's one. Here's a flat top. And flat tops, we only doing flat tops on bearish candles, doing flat bottoms on bullish candles. And then this dude is a significant line of structure here. Why? Because I don't have any flat bottoms here. And then with price here, Kim, price comes right here and it breaks this line of structure. Now I know we for real. We for real, Kim.
Yeah.
Price comes back here. And then I at this point, I'm probably out of the trade at this point. But then I got to mark this flat bottom candle. Why, Derek? Because what if this is just a retest here? What if this is just a retest? So I got out of this. I'm not quite in this because I don't understand what price is doing here. What if this is just a retest and it hits here and it rejects? I know my entry's right here. Why? It's a major line of structure here. And if nothing else, Kim, I could take this to yesterday's low and I put a TP here. Now, that's 75 pips. But if price gets up, if I manage it and if price gets hung up in here, then I put a trailing stop in and then I let price do what it do. That's not enough for you? Here's Euro JPY. Shit. Is this the same move? I mean, my God. Unless you say, I didn't catch this move up. Let's say I got it in the middle here. Well, I'm going to look back a little bit and say, okay, here's a flat bottom candle. I'm going to mark it. I come back, look at this chart again. Here's a flat bottom. I'm going to mark it. Wait, here's a flat top. Well, here's a flat bottom here. This is close enough. I don't have to bother with it, but if you want to be anal about it, you could go ahead and put one there if you want. Here's a flat bottom here. I'm just following price along here. Here is something interesting. Here is something interesting. Look at this little guy. Hey, little fella. Remember I've already said, Richard, that all elements of structure are not created equal?
Yes.
You know what this guy's name is? This guy's name is Mighty Mouse. Why? Because he is showing continuation, although weak, but continuation of this weak upward movement. That's Mighty Mouse right there. You know, this thing tells on you. I had some lemonade.
I had one of those too. I understand.
That thing just tells on you. So here's this little guy here giving a confirmation from this dude, showing that continuation is happening on the upper movement. Him is little, but him is powerful. All the way up here, and then here comes price. Now, where structure's not involved, I could do what? I could mark the money if I want, and look at here. Big boy comes out of this line, and then we got this whole movement all the way down. Y'all feel me on that?
Yes.
Yes.
But that wasn't the only one. That wasn't the only one. Even weak-ass CADJPY. Same freaking move. So that's why it's important to be able to mark structure throughout your market review process. And this could go on, Kim, for days, really. And why? Why, Kim? Why is this important? Well, let's go back to JPY for a second. So we set an alert for GBP, JPY, NAJ, and a couple others, and all of them at about 4:15 went the F off. All of them. Kim, it felt like an old London breakout.
Yeah.
But if you're watching your 3 to 5 pairs, you could almost see it coming. You could almost see it coming. Especially when you had GBP news, you could almost see it coming. Then what you could do, you could set your own alerts. Hey, well, if price breaks this line of structure and news is coming up, I'm going to go ahead and set me an alert here. And I'm going to go ahead and be disciplined. I'm going to go ahead and go to bed because I know I might need to get up early this morning. You get up 10 minutes before the news, these alarms start going off, you start taking advantage of it. And what Bobby Bowden used to say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Now, Kim, here was the other thing. All these pairs I showed you, we turned around and made money on all those pairs on the rejection. You stay ready, you don't have to get ready.